Hey friends and family, my name is Skylent, and today I am going to give you a preview of probably one of the coziest MMOs that you're ever going to play, and I hope you do that. Actually, give it a shot. If you didn't get to try it during the stress test, which I myself actually missed, sadly. Anyways, Everland looks cute. I'm a fan of pixel art. I'm a fan of social-focused games, and this is entirely a social game. What that means is it might be something like VR chat. It might be something like the lobby sort of gameplay in games like MapleStory, or maybe even Animal Crossing. You know, some pieces here and there you can definitely compare and contrast to. But for the most part, I was looking into this game and I was thinking like, well, this is probably made from people who grew up with games like MapleStory, or maybe jumped around, from game to game playing weird games like Trove or what have you. These casual, socially focused experiences. Maybe you guys have played back in the heyday of free-to-play MMOs, stuff like Toontown, right? So Wizard 101, and just a lot of cute games that maybe they have theme park rides here and there, but most of the time, Club Penguin, big one to definitely compare to. Club Penguin, Neopets, all that good stuff, right? 90s and early 2000s, 2010 is kind of like where everything started ending for those kind of games, but mini-game focused MMOs and casual and cozy focused MMOs are definitely, I think, on the horizon, coming soon, and Everland is one of those. So I can show you gameplay footage, and you might see someone in the corner playing it as well in that footage, and that is actually the producer and publisher of the game, who is a famous streamer, Recful. Recful is actually the mastermind of this, so that kind of shows, I think, the sort of new generation of content creator who then turns into like game dev or gets people to work on a game for them. And it shows that a streamer would come up with this idea because this is totally, it's totally social focused. It's all about playing with people like directly. I don't know, it's not just like going through dungeons. It's not just doing a raid boss. It's not PvP. It's just hanging out, which is totally like a stream experience. And a lot of you guys maybe have had this sort of experience. Again, if you played games like MapleStory, where you could dive dungeons and stuff like that and do the grind. But a lot of people played MapleStory and now modern day like Trove or Guild Wars 2, even World of Warcraft, and you just sit in the hub towns. You just sit, in town, and you just lollygag, dilly-dally, you hang out. And there's something beautiful about that. So how to describe Everland? I didn't get to play it myself during the stress test that just happened, but this game is releasing this year. But it seems to be sort of like Hubtown the MMO. Like, it seems to be like Animal Crossing the MMO. I'm not sure. It's just lo-fi cozy the MMO. And so, yeah, it did just have a stress test, and it seems like it went pretty well. It seems pretty successful. There was a ton of players on the screen, and a lot was going down. And I wish it went a little bit longer. I wish I was already playing this game, but you guys will be able to play it soon. It is coming out this year, and it is going to be free to play. But I do want to ask before we end the video, what do you guys think about this art style? Yeah. So yeah, immediately to me, it just seems like it's really pulling on maybe more nostalgic players, people who especially is reminiscent of MapleStory. And there's a bunch actually of these cute and cozy style games. Maybe not so many that are totally social focused like this, but there's a bunch of MMO that I definitely want to cover that are very indie and very hyper targeted toward a specific audience. But Everland, especially with just the release of Animal Crossing, really shows that people want something just cute. So people really want something cozy. People really want to just kind of hang out with people. They just want a world to interact with. So anyways, there's a couple of things that Everland is going to do special, which I really like, especially coming from a history of playing like Minecraft minigames. And man, I love minigame MMO, right? That's so rare. MapleStory 2 just closed down tragically, so maybe this will actually take its place. But yeah, what's going to make Everland special, guys? Let's look at this. So it's a social game, right? And they say on their website, recapture the social aspect of games with systems designed around player interaction. What that exactly entails is going to be stuff like mini games. So lots of those are going to go down. However, I don't know, there's going to be open world events. There's going to be different zones, a variety of different colorful stuff and things to do. Also, yeah, no, I think we are going to see, I think there have been a few minigame MMO announced lately, from things like Hytale to even Pearl Abyss's new weird Pokemon style game. I think that might be more casual and minigame focused too. Hopefully they turn out well, because again, MapleStory 2 failed, but we'll see. There's going to be a ton of collection stuff, if you're going to be an achievement hunter, if you like collecting stuff like in Animal Crossing, as well as the costume aspect. So there's going to be a ton of outfitting. That's going to be a big thing. Who knows what else is going to go down? Maybe we can go around and collect emotes or something like that, dance moves. Maybe we could build our own dances. This is sort of game where, I don't know, the sky's the limit of how they could make it, and I'm really interested to see what we can do that's creative, because there was actually some cool stuff in MapleStory too. Yeah, there is actually going to be quests, though. There is going to be a story, and there is going to be soft progression, so there is going to be maybe some lore. There's going to be some secrets, and yeah, you're going to get special rewards for actually exploring that, so that's pretty cool. And there is player housing. Yeah, that's a big thing. If you want a game where you can jump in and it's player housing the MMO, I don't know. Yeah, very Animal Crossing-like. Here, you're going to have an apartment with a collection of furniture that you accrue through gameplay. You can upgrade to a house and then even a mansion. So, you know, the coolest players, like maybe me, obviously, because I am awesome, who has like a lot of friends or whatever, I can have maybe a lot of people trading to me, donating to me. I'll be able to get a mansion up big, easy, and then it will just be the party mansion. So, it'll be fun. And yeah, there's supposed to be kind of like a world to discover. It is a proper MMO. If you guys should be able to clearly see that from the gameplay immediately from their stress test. It's an MMO. How big these spaces are, how deep they are, how thick is the gameplay. We'll have to find out, because for the most part, it could just be like a VR chat kind of game, right? It could just be like an empty, fun world, and then it's just talking with people and stuff like that. And then VR chat has the gimmick of VR. It's got the gimmick of voice chat. This is a little bit different, but even still, I mean, if you played MapleStory, or if you just hang out in MMOs like I do, I just like to jump around in MMOs a lot. I'll just hang out in the hub towns and just chatting and just having a space to chat in, and like sort of like a visual representation, you know, just sort of like a little virtual world just to be in is kind of good enough. And I think that was the original concept actually for this game, was that it was just going to be a place to hang out. It was just supposed to be sort of like, I don't know, almost like a text-based MMO, but it just had a visual representation. It was just supposed to be a hub town. But then Regful got ambitious, and this team that he hired, which is actually really big, got ambitious. And so they've been making this game for a little bit here, and it seems that it's turning out to be something a little bit bigger than they planned. And it's not too crazy, right? You can look at the gameplay, you can say, okay, yeah, no, it's pretty reasonable. It's a 2D free-to-play, you know, social MMO, right? But at the same time, we'll see what they can actually pull out. So I'm pretty excited about that. Looking at the pixel art and everything, it's cute. I like it. There's a couple of pixel art MMOs that I'm looking forward to, but I think it's going to be polarizing, and it's definitely going to appeal to people who like cute and kawaii stuff. So a little bit of Japanese influence. I got that MapleStory in there, but yeah, I know. What do you guys think? Does it look cool to you? Are you interested in games like this? Are you interested in minigame style MMOs? Minigames, period. Do you like to play Guild Wars 2? That's what we're doing with the Video Game Party Club right now. Loving those minigames, jumping puzzles, stuff like that. And do you like just social-focused games? I mean, when you play MMOs, what do you normally play for? I do want to know. Because I actually, just to end the video, I did just recently do a little bit of market research here, because I wanted to make my own game. So I was going to see, like, you know, what are most people searching for? What do people want? And most people are searching for really funny things like an MMO you can marry someone in. Social MMO, or MMO that's fun for the family, MMO that's good for beginners, you know, casual MMO, minigame MMO, and then just random stuff like which MMO have summoner classes and stuff like that. I don't know, that's an aside, but a lot of people really are, I think, hungry for games like this. And why some fail or not, I don't know, but I mean, Toontown came back. Toontown's doing pretty good. I don't know why MapleStory failed, MapleStory 2 failed, but then why is MapleStory 1 doing so well? Even though it's not quite a minigame MMO, that is pretty much a dungeon diver. I don't know, can you just have a full social game? Club Penguin was pretty great. People love Club Penguin. Or I don't know if that's just a meme thing. So is this just a fad? Is this a meme? Or is this something that there's some genuine fun stuff to be had here, and we need games that actually focus on that? Me personally, I'm glad to see that more MMOs aren't just trying to build giant, massive worlds that appeal to everyone all the time, and instead we're getting these micro MMOs that are hyper-targeted, hyper-focused, and will give that very specific type of gameplay that those hungry MMO players have been starved for a very long time. So yeah, much love, guys. Hope you have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.